Hey everybody, let's build a spreadsheet for Unit 8B sample proportions. So to make this video go a little bit faster, I've started the spreadsheet here on the left. If you take a look, if you go back to that video with the formula, the LA video, you'll see we're looking for a Z value and we really only have three inputs. We have the proportion in question, the known proportion, and then the sample size shows up down here, this little N. So I put in my title, Unit 8B Sample Proportions. I've got my proportion in question. I've got my known proportion, and I've got my sample size. Now I've put a space down here for my Z value. And you notice this is the first, I think the first spreadsheet where we used blue. And the blue is the interim calculation. So yellow, remember, I know I have an input going there. Green is the output. Blue just means it's an intermediate calculation that Excel is going to do for me. So what I want to do and then I have my answers. And with these proportion questions, it's either less than or greater than. There's no in between. There's no backwards type stuff. So that makes it a little bit easier. So I threw some numbers in here. I just made these numbers up. Okay, I just threw them in there to have something. So you can check yours to make sure it works. So what I need to do in this blue cell is I need to enter this Z formula using the data on the spreadsheet. So mine happens to be in column E. So I'm going to kick this out. And I'm going to do equals to tell it I'm doing some kind of formula. And then I need to do the one in question, which in my case is E3. Put a parenthesis to start this, by the way. E3 minus the known proportion. Now that is, and I've closed parentheses, that's the top part. That's this P hat minus P. Now I'm going to divide that. So I'm going to put a slash in my formula. And I'm going to divide that by this whole thing on here, the square root of P times 1 minus P divided by N. So I'm going to SQRT for square root, open parenthesis. This is where it gets a little bit crazy. You're just going to have to trust me on this one. I need two parentheses because of this whole divided by N thing. Okay, so square root of E4, my known value, right, times 1, I got to open another parenthesis, 1 minus E4, close parenthesis, close another one, and then I need to divide that whole thing divided by N. So then I'm going to pick N, which is E5 in this case. And then I'm going to close another parenthesis to put the whole thing down. So I'm going to show this to you in a second when I'm done here. But let's see if how this looks. So I'm going to switch this over to formula. I got to scroll a little bit. So here's my formula. This is what it looks like. So you can pause and take a look at that. Okay, now that's going to give me my Z value. Now I need to go back and I need to get an answer. So what I need to do is look up the Z value. And if you recall from Unit 7, we just used norm.s. Norm.s.dist looks up a Z value. And then all I have to do is just put the Z value in. Right? I'm just going to click where the Z value is. I'm going to put a comma and then put true. That's all I have to do to look up a Z value. So that's going to give me, and that's always a less than. When you look up a Z value, you always get the probability less than Z value. So that was really easy. Norm.s.dist, point to the Z value, true. If I want greater than, that's easy. Equals 1 minus this one up here. And that's it. I'm done. So check your values and put in 0.49, 0.55, 500. You should get minus 2.6968. And then you should get less than 0, greater than 1 for this particular problem. Now the great thing is I save this to do all my homework, quizzes, tests, everything. I just pop in the three numbers, get my answer, look whether I want less than or greater than, and I'm done. Okay? Any questions? Let me know.